Hey guys, welcome to my weekly update on my portfolio. I've just got my interactive brokers account open up here. So this is a new account that I've opened and I've just chucked $2,000 into it. And with that $2,000 I've bought Planet 13 Holdings and GHVI. GHVI is a SPAC that is set to merge with Matterport. And you can check out online what Planet 13 does. And as you can see, not really much change because I only just purchased these two stocks in the past 2 days. So my average price, 609, current price 596, GHVI 1373, last price 14. So not a whole lot of change there. Just show you what the Nasdaq's been up to over the past week. So we kind of pretty much flat for the week, 1% down. But the a lot of like high growth stocks have been doing a lot worse than this. Like just this morning, there were a lot of stocks down huge. Like Fiverr, last price 201, hasn't been that low since, it tipped under, it got to 193 today. Hasn't been that low since the very bottom of the market. So we see 196 back here at the very bottom of the market on 8th of March. Well, we presume that was the bottom. Could also rebottom. But today in intraday it got down as low as 193. And so yeah, it's actually gone lower. And there's been a couple of other stocks that have done similar or gotten quite close to their lows. So pretty volatile day today. But then also you can see on the 1-day graph in the last hour and a half or so, there was a huge growth, 2% on the Nasdaq in like an hour and 10 minutes. That's pretty crazy. So we finished off the day actually in the green for the Nasdaq by 1.24%. But down at these lows here, there was some stocks were down huge. And a lot of stocks did close negative for the day. So these stocks are all in the green here. These are the ones that closed green today, and these are the ones that closed red. The more speculative, lower cap stocks. Yeah. So I bought more Fiverr, I bought more Corsair Gaming. What else did I buy? Bought Corsair Gaming, Shopify. I bought a few $100 more Shopify. Bought some more GHVI today. Planet 13 I bought yesterday, I believe. I bought a little bit more Fiverr. A little bit more MicroStrategy. These are just tiny little buys though, like a couple $100 or $100 or $200 because I've pretty much depleted all my funds at this point. I sold half of my Upwork position, or actually about a third of my Upwork position, in order to fund some of my other buys, like Corsair Gaming. It was about $500 more, I believe, I chucked into Corsair Gaming. I took that from Upwork. I've got a lot less green stocks these days. I used to only own one red stock back in the day, and for a while I was fully green. But now, obviously, way things have gone in the market recently, all the high-flying stocks getting beat down hard. I'm just pretty happy that these positions that are doing worse are fairly small positions, with the exception of Palantir and Tattooed Chef, Corsi Gaming as well, I guess, which I'm actually buying more of. All these large positions here, they're like my high conviction ones that I'm still buying more of, all the ones that are red. So this is like a pretty good way for me to gauge which stocks I want to buy on any day. I'll come to my stocks that I own and I sort them by total gain or loss, and I search through largest loss on a high conviction stock. So that's why this position's like gotten so big. It's a high conviction stock, and it just, in the short terms keeps going down. So I've been buying up plenty of shares. Same with Tattooed Chef and Corsair Gaming. Beyond Meat I haven't added too much to recently, but before it, because it was green for quite a while, last time it was red when I first bought it. That's when I was adding to that. I don't really want to go too much bigger with Beyond Meat. It's a substantial position there. But if you don't have a position already, now's a good time to kind of buy in. Shopify I've been buying more of, and Fiverr. You can see my cash position has reduced. I don't have a lot of money in cash at the moment. $500-600 New Zealand dollars. Yeah, this is, I'll show you the graph on this account. It's looking pretty hurt compared to where we were back here. Now that I've put 2,000 more into stocks, like I've included this portfolio into my overall portfolio, then we have to do the maths a little bit different again. So obviously anytime you add money to the account, you're bringing down the total returns of the account. So previously I was doing my current balance divided by 34,000, but now it's going to be 36,000 as how much I put in. So my total return is 34%. But I mean, if that was 34,000, because I pretty much don't have any profit or loss on the new stocks, right? So I would be at 42% returns. So I've kind of artificially decreased my returns to 35% by adding the money in, but I'm also not gonna like stop adding money just to keep my total returns high, because the more money I put in sooner, the greater my actual dollar returns will be in the future. So yeah, I just want to keep putting money in, investing in high conviction stocks, and hopefully over the long term they do end up heading upwards. You can have a look at all my stocks in here as well, kind of proof that I actually own them, because when I show them to you over in Yahoo Finance, like I manually input these all in. Like I can go into my holdings and change any of the holdings myself. I can change that to 51, 52. So this isn't like any proof that I actually own any of these things. But this here, like I don't think I could fake this. So yeah, I do actually own these stocks, and I have my own money on the line, and I am losing my own money and making my own money. Still doing fairly well, considering there's a market downturn. Like this account went from 107, 108% positive all the way down to 56%. But I mean, I'm still up, and I'm happy with just being up, uh, realistically, the kind of gains that we had, like I had 62% gains on the whole portfolio in like 10 months, and realistically that wasn't kind of sustainable. We kind of want the market to have these cycles for a couple of reasons. One, it keeps the market healthy. If you get too overvalued, then eventually it's still going to have the drawback, and that drawback's going to be bigger. And two, it gives us an opportunity to take advantage of these lower prices, buy now, and then have greater returns in the future. So I can look at this and be sad that I've lost money, that I'm down like $8,000 from all-time highs, or I can look at it and be happy that I have an opportunity to add to some of these high conviction stocks and kind of weed out the bad ones as well. It's hard to know which stocks like you're not gonna love for the long term until you see them go really red, and you're like, oh yeah, actually maybe I don't like that stock for the long term. Like Workhorse, when they lost that Oshkosh contract, or lost the contract to Oshkosh, and yeah, I kind of lost conviction in that stock. I was really hoping government contract. Once you get in one government contract, you usually do well across other government organizations, but lost the one they had, or the one that they thought they had, or we thought they had. So yeah, losing conviction in that one, but I'm also not going to sell at a 50% loss. I'll hold that until hopefully it's a lesser loss, preferably a gain, but I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah, so that's my portfolio for this week. Remember to leave a like and subscribe if you'd like to. Leave a comment. If you've got any suggestions on a new name for the channel, I'm open to suggestions on that. Oh yeah, I would show you my KiwiSaver, which is with ARK Invest as well, ARKK fund, but the website's actually down at the moment, so I can't show you that. I can show you my crypto though. I'll open up my crypto account and we'll see how that's doing. Well, I mean, I know how it's doing. It's pretty much the same as my last video. There was some volatility to the downside, and then it came back up a bit, sitting around that $3,000 mark again. This was down. This Polkadot was down as low as $30 per coin. There's 10 coins here, so it's back up to 33. Most of my coins are held in this account. Try and sort this the correct way. I know I sorted it wrong last time. Yeah, no. Balance, I need it in equity. There we go. Sorted from largest position all the way down to smallest position here. Pretty neutral for the last 7 days. Minus 23 US dollars. But yeah, if you go all time, I believe that's actually closer to 180%. This is just, because it's calculating it in US dollars, and then over here it's calculating it in Bitcoin. So I'm not even 100% sure how this calculation works, whether it's like, have I beaten Bitcoin's gains by 55%, or is that just calculating, because I don't just hold Bitcoin, is it calculating the growth in US dollars and then converting it to Bitcoin? I'm not really sure, so I pretty much just ignore that and do my own calculation. But yeah, no margin out at the moment, because the margin rate is horrendous. Ends up being like 46% per year, or somewhere around there if you pay it off every day, or like 60 something percent if you let it compound interest. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend using that unless you're doing some short-term trades. But yeah, that's pretty much everything for my portfolio this week. I'd like to do some more buying, but yeah, don't have the funds available at the moment. I really need to get a new job with a higher income so I can start getting some more money in there. But yeah, for now, like, I just gotta focus on the house, get it fully renovated so I can rent it out, and that'll increase my available cash by about $400-500 a fortnight. Actually, maybe even more than that. Yeah, I mean, it's not a huge figure because I do have 2 flatmates at the moment, so they take up about half of all my expenses for the house, and I pay the other half until such a time as I move out of the house and rent out the whole thing. But yeah, house is doing pretty much the same as well. The value was, I think it was 499k last week. It's now 503k, so basically the same. And it's probably a bit of a generous valuation by ANZ's CoreLogic valuer. But yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great day. See ya.